Hello you, it's Derek Cullen here with another video for Outdoor Adventure Store, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly what I'll be packing or how I pack my bag for the Camino de Santiago. This week I'm going to Spain to walk the Camino Frances. It's over 700 kilometers of walking and I'm really looking forward to it. On this trip, unlike my last Camino, I'm going to be carrying a very small backpack. In this instance it's the AirTrek 35, meaning 35 litre bag by Rockin' River. So Rockin' River, it's an Irish brand, and the actual bag itself model, it's the AirTrek 35. You can see here it's really small and compact. This is everything I'm going to be carrying on the trail. It weighs about 5 kg and that's my base weight, so that doesn't include the water and the food that I'll have in the backpack when I begin the hike. So I'm going to just start by showing you the backpack itself. You can see here one of my favourite features, if not my most favourite feature, is the mesh on the back. So this ventilated back system is a really amazing feature of the bag, especially in warmer climates, because when your back is sweaty and hot, this helps keep a space between you and the backpack. It's really useful and it's super comfortable. The straps are nice and comfortable too. On the back it's a simple design, just 2 pockets here. I've been bitten by horseflies. And in one side here I just have my sun cream, and you can see here I have my hiking poles attached. There is actually attachments here for your hiking poles when you're on the move. If you've been watching my recent videos and my walks around Ireland, you'll know that I've been wearing the Merrell Moab 2 GTX hiking shoe. Bit of a mouthful. They're excellent hiking shoes. I highly recommend them for hiking in Ireland. They're durable, they're waterproof, they're reasonably light, and they're comfortable, which is all that matters, right? However, when I'm walking in warmer climates, like on my Pacific Crest Trail hike or my last walk on the Camino, I like to wear trail runners. These are Ultra Lone Peak. They're the all-weather version, which means they are somewhat waterproof, but they're extremely comfortable. They have a wide toe box, which helps if you get blisters, and they're just really comfortable and light. So I like to wear these in warmer climates, and these will be the shoes that I'll be wearing on the Camino de Santiago. The only difference to my setup, my hiking setup on this walk and my last walk on the Camino, is this hiking or bun bag. I really like wearing bun bags now, not only because they look super cool and trendy, but because they make items so accessible. Sometimes you have a backpack with a hip belt and that's good, but a bun bag is even more accessible. It's right here in front of you. I can just take out my phone whenever I need it. I can take out my headphones whenever I need it. And I can have a couple of other items in here. I sometimes have a small camera, or my shades, or my lip balm, or my sun cream. So I really like the accessibility that a bun bag brings, and you don't ever know, you totally forget that you're wearing this because the items are so light. So I recommend you trying this out. Either way, this is what I will be wearing on the Camino myself. So I'm going to open up the backpack here, take off the lid, or the brain as it's called. Before I show you inside the bottom part of the bag, I'll show you that inside the brain, the top part of the bag, I just have my first aid kit, and then my toothbrush and some toothpaste. In here I also have earplugs for the hostels, they can get quite noisy, and then Compeed, plasters, antiseptic, and a small bandage. So that's what goes in the top section of my bag. It's not a full-size first aid kit, but anything else I need aside from what I have in here I can pick up on the Camino itself. The top of my bag, when I open it up, I have my book there. That's the book I'm still reading. I'm almost finished it, by Laurie Lee, As I Walked Out One Midsummer Morning. And then inside I have a number of Ziploc bags which I was using on my previous hike, so I reuse these, and in each one I have different items. So the first one here is my electronics. Inside this bag I have a converter for the power in Spain, and then I have my chargers for my iPhone, and what else is in here? A small power bank for my phone. I'm not taking any camera gear on this trip, so that's in the first bag. If I take out the top item here, it's my jackets. So I have my insulated jacket. This one's by Regatta. It folds down into a small pouch, which is really useful, very compact. That's the reason I'll be using this one on this trip. And then I have a beanie there as well. I actually have, usually I have my rain jacket at the very top, somewhere where it's easily accessed, but there's so little rain on the Camino that I have it in the very bottom of my bag on this occasion. So most often when I'm hiking in Ireland, my rain jacket and my wet gear, so my rain pants, will be on the very outside, but not in this instance. Inside then I have this other bag. Eventually this black netting is going to be used for my dirty clothes, so my laundry. And inside I have a couple more Ziploc bags. This is my t-shirts, so I have 3 t-shirts here, all suitable for hiking. And then I have another one for my socks and my underwear and my spare pair of shorts. So I'll wear one pair, I'll have a spare pair in here. The socks that I'll be using on this trip again will be 1,000 mile socks, which I've had a very good experience with in my walks around Ireland and my previous Camino de Santiago. So that's my clothing. And then also I'll have a bit more clothing in here somewhere. Yeah, I have a sweater, so I'm going to just bring a light sweater, and I'll use this probably in the evenings if it gets cold, but most of the time if it's cold I'll be wearing my insulated jacket. It doesn't happen that often on the Camino, but sometimes in the early mornings when you leave at sunrise it can be a little bit chilly. And then in the bottom here I have the jacket I mentioned, my rain jacket. And then lastly I have a small sleep liner. I'll be staying in a lot of guest houses on this trip, but a sleep liner is necessary for the albergues, as they call them. Albergues are the hostels that you have along the Camino de Santiago. And then inside the Rock and River bag you have this section at the back of the bag, which is also really useful, especially if you're going to hike in a warm climate, because in here you can put a hydration bladder. I'm using this one by Rock and River. I also have another one by Platypus, and as you can see, these hydration bladders, they have a hose attached to them, and the Rock and River bag is set up in such a way that there's a nice handy hole here which it pops out, and then you can have it strapped on to this clip here in the front of the bag. I hope you can see that properly. It's really easy to set up once you get it, but this tube just clips on and it's ready for you to use at any time while you're walking on the Camino. So that's pretty much my backpack. There's very minimal gear coming with me on this trip, and it's because I've taken a lot of long distance trips in the past and I know exactly what I use and what I don't. So I'm only trying to carry exactly what I'm going to use on this trip and nothing more or nothing less. I will have water in that hydration bladder. I will have some food and snacks for during the day, but otherwise that's exactly what I will be carrying on the Camino de Santiago. So I'm going to pack this away now, but thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions about my gear or about the Camino itself, please let me know down in the comments below. And as always, thank you for liking this video, for sharing it, and for all your support and encouragement. See you later.